Yeah, so welcome to my show. I really appreciate you guys coming here. I was really in doubt when I had to pronounce your name. How do you Chatterat? How do you say it?
That's up to you.
That's up to me. Okay. Well, enough funny talk. We're here to talk about your new movie, Before Sunrise. And Mads, I've been meaning to ask you. Did you come up with this, just in your imagination, or is this based on something you once felt?
It's personal, and I don't talk about it much. But I met a girl in Philadelphia in 1989, and we ended up spending the night together, walking around, flirting, doing things you would never do nowadays. I was at the stage in my life where I was open for new adventures. So we just walked and got to know each other. I remember even as we were talking, thinking this could be a movie.
Yeah.
So not the intrigue form of movie where people kissing each other and sleeping together, but this could be a movie where to learn another person.
Yeah. Yeah, but I have to ask this. What happened afterwards?
Well, later I was at a film festival in Europe, and I had never left the US before. I spent time walking around in Berlin and Vienna, which is where the Europe settings for the film came from.
Wow. And one more question. What happened to this girl you once met?
Yeah, it's pretty sad. She died.
Wow. Wow, that's really sad. My God. But Isabella, you're the one who made this girl come alive. Tell me, who is this girl? Who is she really?
Well, Celine is this young romantic girl who wants to experience life. She often thinks about death, and this might be holding her back in life. But she's had enough now, and when she meets Jessie, she isn't afraid to take chances and to experience something extraordinary. She has this. She's the one who has the very relaxed body language, and she seems more mature too.
Yeah, I get that. But how about Jessie? Shara, what differences is there between him and Celine, and why does he feel this attraction towards Celine?
Well, Jesse was at the time of his life where he was trying to escape his own life, and that's partly because of his ex-girlfriend. But we don't talk about that now. He meets this attractive girl in the train called Celine, and he's attracted to her firstly because of her looks. She's a gorgeous young woman, and everything's perfect about her. But it's this intellectual connection that they have that makes him attracted to her in the end, and that's what makes him decide to invite her on a spontaneous trip to Vienna, where he has to wait for his flight.
Yeah.
And that just shows us how spontaneous he is about life, and he's one of those kinds that takes chances and doesn't care, or not doesn't care, but he doesn't think much about the future because he lives in the moment that he's in. And unlike Celine, he's kind of this young 13-old boy that he also says in the movie disguised in a young man, and he's romantic like Celine, but he doesn't show it. He shows it through his body language. Yeah. So I guess he's just a young man looking for the time of his life in Vienna with a girl that he feels attracted to, but he's still this young, insecure boy inside because of previous experience.
Wow. So these characters, they're like really deep. Yeah, when I saw this movie, I noticed there was this romantic setting about the city, and Mads, you already told us about your story and, you know, this meeting with a girl. But are there any special symbolism revolving this city?
It's all about this one special meeting, you know, that only lasts one day. This special experience might be ruined if, you know, if they saw each other more than one day. So the movie tries to capture this moment and the love that it shares between Jesse and Celine.
The theme in the movie is that connection that two strangers can share together in one day, and
Yeah. It's really, you know, makes you think.
yeah,
Like, really.
and it's also there's a lot of they talk a lot in the movie, like a whole lot, and the subjects that they talk about are that of religion, family, death. It's the deep stuff that you don't normally share with strangers, but because they know that they have so little time together, they kind of give everything of themselves to each other and learn everything about themselves and each other in one day.
Yeah. So, you know, that kind of leads up to the question. And we're all waiting to get the answer to this. Isabella, do they meet again?
Well, that's up for you to decide.
Okay, you know, that was like the movie, and we heard Mads' story, and I had this last question. Have any of you guys ever had an important meeting or missed an important meeting like they do in Before Sunrise?
I don't know if it's an important meeting. Sorry. I don't know if it's an important meeting. But when I'm from Thailand,
Yeah.
and when I was around 10 years old, when I went back to visit my family, and I met a childhood friend whom I'd known for a lot of times, and we got to know each other again this time, and I got a new friend, which is actually my cousin. But yeah, so it was like us three together and playing it and stuff, and it was great. And then I went back to Denmark because of the school start, and I got the chance to go back again when I was around 12 years old, and he came to visit me, but I kind of missed the chance to see him again. So I never saw him again after that, and that's kind of sad because it was a good friend.
So you don't know anything about him anymore?
No.
Wow. Well, you know, strong stuff, you guys. We've been through a lot today, and I want to thank you guys so much for coming here. It was great, really great.